Yes, sir. Hope everybody is having a good day, staying hydrated, all that good stuff. You better be drinking that liquid. You need it. Okay. Last video, I spoke about who the most underrated Tower of God character. This wasn't me trying to actually speak factually. There's no such thing, but it was because of the way the question was framed that I thought it was interesting to speak about. So today I'm going to do the opposite of what I did of that previous video, which was this: who's the most underrated character in Tower of God? But here's the caveat, here's the catch: there's no added context. I just want to know who popped into your head the moment that question was asked. So go peep that if you haven't seen it yet. For this video, we're doing the opposite. So what I'm going to do is pose a question. Then I want you, then while I cut to the intro, comment on which character popped into your mind. And then I'm going to give you my answer and we'll talk about it. So, who's the most overrated character in Tower of God to you? Which character popped into your mind first? Let's talk about it.
Y'all talking time just tick away. You ain't clocking hours on the day. All that watch is stopping what you claim. Dollar crosses Rio got me name. Hoping God just get me out this game.
If you're new here, welcome. Please subscribe. I'll like the video and hit the bell of dawn so the ghost of the 13-month series doesn't get you. And let's hop into my answer. It's Bam.
You can't keep getting away with it! Unacceptable!
Okay, so kind of like all trolling aside, I was messing with y'all a little bit. This actually isn't what you probably think it's going to be. This isn't me going to be coming at Bam for how he's written in the story and stuff. You know how I have issues with how he's been handling everything. But if you had watched the previous video, I hope you did, and I hope you've been following the instructions. And by the way, I actually really appreciate all you guys, because you guys did follow the instructions in the other video, and it makes me know you're really watching it. So I really appreciate that. But I actually have the opposite problem here. Whereas with the other video, the character that I mentioned, I said that I felt SIU was basically underutilizing and overlooking that character. It had nothing to do with my community engagement. So in terms of when I spoke to other Tower of God fans about that specific character, the reception was generally positive and good. Here right now, I will say it's the opposite. I actually have a really hard time talking to people who really like Bam. I call him the Bam Defense Force, or like if Bam is their favorite character, because he can do absolutely no wrong and is free of criticism. I'm not allowed to criticize Bam if you like him. And that's kind of where I'm at in terms of overrated. I think the fan base gives this character way too much credit. And obviously, I can't speak on your personal enjoyment. If you like Bam, you like Bam. You don't even need a good reason. You can just be like, yo, I think you look cool. And that's it. That's it. That's all you would ever need. And no one's going to knock you for that. I'm not knocking anybody if you like Bam. I don't... As much as I complain about him, I don't even dislike the character. The discourse around him bothers me more. I can come and say, hey, you know, I think it's a very strange idea to have him train for 2 years, and then instead of kind of calling upon his training, we have him pull out new things kind of out of the crease of his asshole. I understand what Doom did, and what it awakened within him allowed him to use his own version of, like, if you will, irregular, you know, Houndborn type transformation with the rest Sun, obviously the shield, and then him taking the Soul Force and being able to use Kel Helm's kind of teleportation arrow ability. I don't even necessarily think the fact that he's doing these things are nonsensical. But does anyone find it strange to have someone train for 2 years and then not call upon that training? That's all I'm saying. But then people will come at me sideways like, you're not reading the story, idiot, power of manifestation, dummy, goofy. And it's like, so I'm not allowed to have a contrasting opinion about anything related to Bam that's negative to any degree. If it's not overwhelming praise, I'm basically wrong. And you know what this kind of reminds me of? Anybody who watches like ESPN or anything like that, Stephen A. Smith often has to be like, bro, I think LeBron's the second greatest player of all time, and they give me, you know, shit for this. And it's like, I like Bam. You know I love Tower of God. I'm hard on that because I expect a lot from it. I'm going to criticize things harder when I expect more from it. So right now, I don't think he's doing a great job handling a lot of things surrounding Bam. But if I say that, it's a problem. I actually proved this point pretty recently. You're gonna see a tweet on the screen where I said Deku was rawer than Bam to me. I just tweeted that out to prove a point to my group chat. I'm not going to go into the comment section because I don't like giving exposure to like certain people and idiots or whatever. If you follow my Twitter, you can find the tweet in my tweets in history, whatever the hell, my page, and you can see some of those replies and comments. Some people came at me like, bro, Deku will get washed by Bam. Did you not read the tweet? Did I say Deku was stronger than Bam? I didn't say that. So like you can just see how the defense force comes out in full, like, and I'm just like, bro, I just can't talk. Honestly, in a lot of ways, I can't even criticize the series, but especially when it comes to Bam, back from the name hunt station. That's not true. The last station, it's just been really hard for me to have any type of discourse around him if I'm not going to literally put his thorn in my mouth. So, for that reason, Bam's the most overrated character to me. I'm not even talking about the fact that I still think SIU probably focuses on him too much, but how am I gonna get mad at an author or a creative team for focusing on their main character, right? I'm not gonna knock you for that. That's all I really had to say though. I'm not going to a deep dive about Bam and everything. It's just the community discourse around him I think is awful. I would argue it was really bad for Rachel for a long time, and the only reason why it's kind of gotten bad again, like you're not allowed to like Rachel. If you like Rachel, people come at you for it. That's always for it. The only reason why I say it kind of came back because I felt like the actual opinion on Rachel was changing to some degree, where I felt like more people ended up becoming indifferent. But with the anime coming out, and now there's a whole slew of people who get that fresh betrayal, the Rachel discourse has also become a little bit wonky. That's all I have to say. Please share with me in the comment section below which character popped into your mind when I asked you, hey, who's the most overrated Tower of God character? Was it Urek? Was it maybe Yama? Who popped into your head? No extra context. That's it. Just want to know who popped into your mind first. Thank y'all for listening, man. You're...
In my drugs, pour it in my cup, sitting in my darkness with my ghouls, we pouring up. I don't really give a fuck, I don't really have a say. You tell me that I suck, I tell you get up out my face. You got tears in your eyes, looking like a fool.